Good morning once again. As we welcome our newer scholars for the 6th induction program, we celebrate the courage to question, the desire to explore, and the passion to make a difference. To mark the beginning of this auspicious occasion, we invite you to join us in an invocation, a moment of reflection to guide us in our academic and research endeavors. I request everyone to rise from their seats.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதரும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறமையந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you all. Please be seated. We now invite you to witness the lighting of Kuttuvelakku, an enduring tradition that marks the illumination of knowledge and the commencement of our academic pursuits. I request the dignitaries on the dais to light the Kuttuvelakku. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. With great warmth and respect, I now welcome Dr. M. Ghulam Nabi Alsad, Deputy Director of Center for Research, to address us and offer his kind words of welcome.
Good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 6th Induction Program for Research Scholars admitted during the January 2025 session. This is an exciting day as we gather to celebrate the spirit of research and the beginning of an academic journey that holds the promise of innovation, discovery, and intellectual growth. I extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed former Vice Chancellor, Dr. R. Velraj, whose visionary leadership played a pivotal role in shaping the research landscape at Anna University. Professor Velraj's contribution to fostering a culture of research and innovation have left an indelible mark on this institution. We are proud to have his guidance and his lasting impact on the research activities at Anna University, and we are also fortunate to have access to several of his insightful video lectures in the video gallery of the Center for Research website, which remain an invaluable resource for all research scholars. I welcome you, sir. I also welcome Dr. A.N. Ravichandran, who will be releasing a book today amongst us. Welcome you, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to extend a special welcome to our Director in Charge, Professor G. Kumaresan, a true visionary leader whose constant support and direction have been instrumental in making this center a beacon of excellence for research and innovation. Under his leadership, the Center for Research continues to play a key role in inspiring scholars to push the boundaries of knowledge. Welcome you, sir. A heartfelt welcome to my esteemed colleague, Dr. Soundra Naigi, Deputy Director, Center for Research, whose dedication and commitment are truly commendable. I also extend a warm welcome to all the faculty members from various departments who are the guiding lights of this institution. Your constant encouragement, mentorship, and expertise create an environment where research scholars can thrive and make meaningful contributions to their research. Finally, to the newest research scholars who have joined us both physically and online today, welcome to the Anna University Research family. This is the beginning of an incredible journey where you will be mentored, inspired, and challenged. We believe that you will contribute to the body of knowledge in your respective fields and make a significant impact on society. Remember, this journey will be full of learning, collaboration, and discovery. We sincerely believe by the end of this program, we will have a clearer understanding of how to navigate your doctoral journey, manage your time effectively, and access various platforms that will support your academic and professional growth. This program will help you gain the confidence and skills to embark on your research with enthusiasm and purpose. Once again, welcome all of you. I look forward to seeing the incredible achievements you will be making at Anna University during your research time. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. G. Kumaresan, Director in charge of the Center for Research, Anna University, to deliver the concept note and provide a comprehensive overview of today's gathering. Sir, please.
Good morning to all. Distinguished chief guest of today inaugural function of 6th induction program, Professor Al Veldra sir, and other dignitaries on the dais, my dear scholars and my office staffs of Center for Research. Once again, very good morning to all of you. It's a great honor and a pleasure to invite all research scholars who have joined the last January 2025 session to this inaugural function of 6th induction program scheduled between 15 to 17 April 2025. This is a 3-day event. So this program, which is compulsory to all the research scholars who got admitted into the great university in January 2025 session. Since due to the limited seat capacity, this program actually especially arranged to attend university department scholars physically, and the other scholars already they joined through online. There are totally around 1,000 plus scholars who have joined in January 2025 PhD program at Anna University. Actually, at each and every year, there are around 100 plus scholars who got admitted into the university. Put together, January and July session, more than 100 plus scholars got admitted into the PhD program. And at the same time, 1,000 plus scholars, and at the same time, 1,000 plus scholars graduated each and every year. So, on an average, the inflow and outflow remain the same at this university. And I would like to recall this induction program. It was introduced in the year March 2022. In fact, the March 2022, very first induction program was conducted at the same hall. So this induction program, actually this is a concept this concept actually introduced by our former Vice Chancellor Professor Al Veldra sir, who occupied Veldra sir Vice Chancellor office. So he advised the Center for Research to start this program to create the awareness among all the scholars how to proceed your research and how to carry out your research and how to succeed your research at this campus. So this is actually the great idea given by, actually usually we used to say the great idea usually comes from great visionary. This program was very first time introduced by our Professor R. Veldra sir. From then onwards, we used to conduct this program each and every semester, and this is a 6th induction program. This is and one more point, actually in all the induction program, Professor Veldra sir acted as a chief guest. So this time also, when we invited Veldra sir to act as chief guest for this program, sir immediately accepted our request. And sir, thank you for your the presence in these meetings. I hope during your chief guest address, our scholars benefit a lot, because after this induction program, it was very evident that each and every year the QS ranking of our university gradually increased. Now we are standing at 383. It was more than 500 ranking before took charge of Vice Chancellor by Professor Veda sir. So after taking charge as a Vice Chancellor, sir has introduced several measures in the university, in this university. One such measure actually, in fact, the induction program, because of which recently, sir, I have witnessed there are many scholars, they completed a PhD within 3 years. Very recently, in fact, January 2022 scholar, after joining, those scholar attended the induction program very first time. Recently, January 2022 scholar completed, more number of students submitted the synopsis and thesis. I believe that is because of the success of this induction program. Thanks, sir. Thank you once again for your wonderful vision to this university. I hope all the scholars, because of this induction program, I believe definitely you will complete within 2 years or 3 years of your PhD program. Actually, the purpose of this induction program is to create a smooth and informed transition for our research scholars to this doctoral research ecosystem maintained at this university. So this program actually designed, thoughtfully designed in such a way that from starting of your research to ending of your research, what are all the things actually record, those kind of informations actually where we have prepared in the form of various lectures. So I will probably you would have received what are all the lectures are going to happen in the next 3 days. So this is meticulously we have planned to arrange this lecture. In fact, while arranging this lecture, initially we struggled to identify the speakers. Since this is a sixth induction program, we don't want to invite the same person again and again. As Professor Gulam said, the previous induction program lectures, everything including inaugural function and valedictory function speech, everything available at Center for Research video gallery. You can go through and definitely, and there are more informations where you can get it in those videos. So while framing these lectures, initially we struggled because to identify new speakers from esteemed institute and research laboratories. Then later on, where we got so much volunteers, there are some new speakers, they voluntarily approached the Center for Research. They said, I am very much interested to give my research thoughts to the research scholars of Anna University. Then at one point of time, we struggled a lot to how to accommodate all the lectures, and for some of the experts, we politely informed that, sir, this time our schedule is overfilled with many lectures. The next time we will give the opportunity. Like that, where we convinced the various experts. So in fact, now this time, where starting from identifying research gap and the literature review, and also how to effectively use the AI tools for research and development, and the startup, and how Anna University helpful to provide the startup facility in this campus. So, and also how to target fellowships while pursuing PhD program, like the state fellowship and the national fellowships. That is also included as one of the lecture in this induction program. So definitely, I believe that this induction program, where you will get a lot of insights and the motivations through the various the speaker lectures, and definitely you will enjoy this 3 days lecture. And before leave this program, I believe you will take a lot of messages, lot of interactions between various department scholars. There are scholars from other like the NRI scholars, I mean foreign national scholars also. Very first time attending this program, you please have an interaction with all department scholars, thereby where you can find out the possible collaborative research work, and also you can speak with our expert members at the end of their lecture. Thereby you will get the more information about how to proceed your research without much hurdle. And so definitely I believe this program will open your eye, and thereby where you can finish, whether it is part-time scholar or full-time scholar, it is possible to finish your PhD program program within the minimum duration period. I mean, 2 years for full time, 3 years for part-time scholars. So try to fix your research activity in this campus, thereby complete your research program within a short period of time. So because admission to PhD program, this is not a simple achievement. It shows your potential and promise. So we at Anna University are motivated to nurturing that promise. So definitely we are here to help to complete your PhD without much resistance. And our office, the located in this building, second floor. And recently we have opened a separate office for help desk. And this help desk, which works for all the working days of the university, morning 10 o'clock to evening 5:40 p.m. So whatever the doubts, whatever the clarification, if you want to clarify, you are always welcome. Specific phone number which is given, mail address given, and even separately the grievance mail address also separately given. So if you face any problem or any hurdles during your research journey, right, you please approach our center. We are ready to help you to overcome the issues which you face during your research program. So with this, I once again welcome you all for this induction program, and I wish you good luck for this your research journey. And before leave this 3 days program, you please attend all the program. As Gulam sir initially said, this is mandatory for all scholars joined during January 2025. Each and every session we are going to take attendance. Whoever having a full attendance, we will give the certificate. Try to attend all the programs and enjoy this induction program for the next 3 days. Wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is with deep respect and gratitude that we felicitate our former Vice Chancellor, whose inspiring leadership has left an indelible mark on the research landscape of Anna University. I request Director in Charge to felicitate Professor R. Velraj, sir, former Vice Chancellor. It is with great honor that today we have our distinguished former Vice Chancellor, Professor R. Velraj, sir, Professor in Mechanical Engineering, with us for this inaugural function. Dr. R. Velraj, sir, is a distinguished academician and researcher with over 35 years of teaching experience. He is the former Vice Chancellor of Anna University, Chennai, a position he held from 2021 to 2024. He has previously held significant administrative roles, including professor and director at Institute for Energy Studies for the year 2013 to 2018. Professor and Director at AU FRG Institute for CAD-CAM and Deputy Director at Center for Affiliation of Institutions for the year 2004 to 2010. Dr. R. Velraj, sir, completed his BE in Mechanical Engineering from Annamalai University in 1986, his ME in Energy Engineering from Anna University in 1992, and his PhD in Thermal Storage Studies for Energy Application from Anna University in 1999, with a research stay at the Solar Institute, Jülich, Germany, under a DAAD fellowship. He has received numerous accolades, including the Tamil Nadu Scientist Award 2014, Research Excellence Award for the year 2019, and recognition as one of the top 2% scientists globally in the field of energy by Stanford University since 2020. During his tenure as Vice Chancellor, he significantly improved the university's ranking, with Anna University ranking 383rd globally in the QS World University Rankings in 2025. His contributions include revamping curricula, recruiting over 150 faculty members, establishing 17 new research centers, and fostering international collaborations. Additionally, Dr. R. Velraj, sir, has made notable advancements in the field of thermal energy storage, solar energy, and energy efficient buildings, and has supervised numerous PhD scholars. Now may I invite Professor R. Vedraj sir to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, please.
Very good morning to one and all. Respected Dr. Kumaresan, Director Center for Research, Dr. Ravichandran, who did his graduations from IIT, IIM, and post-graduation from IIM, and a doctoral degree from Aligarh Muslim University, and he was in the All India Management Association for several years, who has written a book for the benefit of research scholars, which we are going to release today. I am very happy. Welcome you, sir. And Dr. Soundaranagi, Deputy Director, and Gulab Ali Muhammad, Deputy Director, Center for Research, and all the research scholars who starting your career from this semester onwards. I welcome you all once again. And I would like to share some of my thoughts for the benefit of research scholars who are going to start their journey. As Dr. Kumaresan pointed out, we have started this induction program some 3 years ago, from 22 onwards. So definitely this induction program, 3 days program, will reduce your research stay in this campus appreciably. Definitely those who are giving full attention for these 3 days, you can reduce your research journey by at least some 30 to 35%. Otherwise, the research days you have to be here will be very high. So I request all of you to give full attention, all the information, because learning by doing mistakes, people will do. But some people will learn from experience from others. So they will become very successful. So these 3 days will be very useful to understand the experiences from others, that if you start using in your life will be, your career will become successful, your research journey will become successful. So I sincerely request all the scholars to give full attention during these 3 days. And 2 more things I have introduced during my tenure as Vice Chancellor for the benefit of research scholars. One is, I found I have completed more than officially, though I have completed some 37, 38 research supervision. More than, other than that, some 20 scholars also have completed under my guidance. So the 60 students, they suffered a lot. So I understood there is a grievance redressal mechanism, which is because more than 10,000 scholars are doing their PhD, and it is all monitored by this office. If you are in the straight route, there is no problem. If there is a small deviation, nobody will be there to correct it from the deviated path to bring it to the right path. That is very difficult. Even my students also suffered. So immediately after my tenure as Vice Chancellor, that is after my joining as Vice Chancellor, I made a grievances redressal committee. So the committee is doing very good job. So in case if there is any problem, you can approach the grievance redressal committee, they will solve. Otherwise, for many people, if you deviate from the regular route, nobody will guide you. Now this will guide you. And another thing, okay, that I will tell you that how it is useful, you will know. There is a advisory committee also I have. That is, we could make it only for the research scholars who are pursuing research in these 4 campuses. You are doing in the 4 campuses. So because we couldn't do it, extend this help for all the scholars of Anna University, those who are doing, but you will get benefited out of this research advisory committee. So these things will reduce your research stay in this campus appreciably. So this induction program, this research advisory committee, that also introduced some 3 years ago, and grievances redressal committee, if there is, so you should not deviate from the regular path. In case if there is a scenario comes, if you are away from the regular stream, then there will be difficulty. That time you can approach this grievance redressal committee, they will take care of you. So this is the first thing I want to inform you. Then from my experience, I want to share some of the things which will be highly beneficial to you. So you should create good reading habit. That is essential for any researcher. To become a successful researcher, you should become a good reader. Only readers can become a good researchers, and good readers only can become a good leaders of this country. Good readers. This now I am not telling. Sir Isaac Newton told. Only good readers can become good leaders in this country. It was told by Sir Isaac Newton. You know how a big scientist he is. So you should read. Those students who have very good reading habit in the young age will become very successful in their career. So now you start your career as researcher, then you should definitely improve your reading habit. That will be very, very helpful. First thing I want to convey. Then I used to tell there are some few tips, some 5 or 6 tips from my experience which are very useful. I want to tell you. Usually, I used to tell many of you maybe teachers from other engineering colleges who have joined here, or you start your career as a fresh researcher. Normally, asking question and replying the answer, which is difficult if you think, everybody will think answering is difficult than questioning is. Questioning is easy, you will think. But questioning is very, very difficult. Asking any useless question is very easy, but asking correct question is very, very difficult. Asking correct question is very, very difficult task. If you ask the correct question, human brain will act spontaneously and the correct answer will come automatically. Understood? If you are able to ask a correct question, then any human brain has some intelligence. Human brain will act spontaneously and the correct answer will come automatically. So what you need to understand from this, you need correct question. Am I right? You need correct question. So research needs correct objectives. Research needs correct objectives. So I have seen many students, even after 5 years of their research stay, they are roaming here and there without correct objectives. For wrong questions, there is no answer in this world. For wrong question, is there any answer? No. For wrong questions, there is no answer. So you should refine your objectives first to the fullest possible way. So that is why we have now, having understood, I have attended many of the when I attended some of the Vivavacy exams, during the Vivavacy exam, they have completed 6 years of research. If I ask a correct question, the students immediately they can understand. The student who is presenting their 6 years of research, but with one question, they will understand whatever they have done during the 6 years are wrong. Because with the correct question, you can make them to understand. So something's happened that is why I understood the power of asking questions. Power of asking questions. They have done lot of things, a lot of presentation, everything will be there. But basically some mistakes will be there. That if you come to know after 6 years of research, it's of no use. Am I right? So what you need to do, after having a good literature survey, within some 6 months, you should refine your specific objectives for your research. The specific objectives, you should discuss with the many experts in that field and whether we are going to start your research in the right direction or not. Otherwise, you will be wasting your time. Understood? So if I have a lot of experience, because why I am telling, initially I did a lot of consultancy assignments also. With a lot of enthusiasm, if any company person comes to me for any consultancy assignment, if some 10 minutes discussion will be going on, after that they won't come. They will say, okay, I will send the letter. But they will not come. Why they won't come? With my question, they have understood the answer and they don't need the consultancy. Understood? So they don't need. After that only I understood I should not ask the question to the industry people who are coming for consultancy. So if you are asked, because they have also a lot of brain, they are doing everyday monotonous work, they will not apply their mind. So whenever any problem comes, they will take it as a consultancy assignment. But if a person asks the correct, when they started explaining their problem, if you ask the correct question, they will understand. They don't require any more consultants. So, why I am telling all these things, you should understand the power of asking the correct question. So, power of having correct specific objective, you should know. So, you should start your work with the correct specific objectives. Okay, this is very, very important. You should not forget. So, that is why I have made one advisory committee with some, because everybody may not get a good doctoral committee. Doctoral committee also, if don't try to complete the doctoral committee with somehow those, you try to get some information from the doctoral committee. Most of the time, they will try to complete the process. Process completion is not sufficient. With some good quality, it should be there. So the doctoral committee, the experts, you try to get whatever their experience in their field, because the doctoral committee members are in your field. So try to get from that. Beyond that, some very good experts which they cannot guide for all the students. We have made some 10 or how many advisory committee? Some 10, each and every faculty, there are some 8 faculty. We have, for under each faculty, some advisory committee. After you complete your 1 year of your coursework, and another one doctoral committee meeting will be conducted to confirm your research. That time, this advisory committee also, you get good advice so that you can perfect your question. Automatically, 50% of your job will be over if you are able to make the question perfect towards what direction you are going to start your research. 50%, because with the discussion only, everything will get completed. We individually, nobody can do anything. So you should then, where to start your research? This great scientist, Albert Einstein, he has told where to start your research. You should respect your predecessors. You should start your research from the shoulders, not from the leg. Okay, so you should have good knowledge about what is done in the field of research, in your field, what is done already. So that with that research gap only you should start. You should start from their shoulders. Then it is very easy. You should not think that as if you should learn everything, as if you are going to do a new thing. Nothing is new in this world. Everything is available. You are going to make some incremental knowledge to this research field. So you should start your research from the shoulders. This is, I am not telling, a great Nobel Award scientist he is telling. He is only telling who? Einstein. Einstein has told this. So for which you need to have a good literature survey. Very good literature survey you need to have. Then only you can start from the shoulders of others. Otherwise, you will start from the bottom. You will be wasting lot of time. You should understand. There, I want to give one more tip. There are so many information available in the literature. But first, you should understand who are the good, powerful researchers in your field of research. Who are the powerful researcher? If you are able to identify very good book in your UG class, your job is over. If you read, you will get very good information only. So like that, if you are able to identify the very good, powerful researchers, maybe hardly some 20-25 researchers in various parts of this world, US, United States, somebody in India also few researchers, and Europe countries some few researchers, Australia and our Asian countries some few researchers, some 25. These people's paper you have to read, you have to spend some 90% of the time to read and read. So initially, the powerful researchers in your field, the way of writing you may not understand, but still you should read only that. Sometimes you may not understand very easily because they have gone to a certain level. You have to reach that level at the end of your research. So only you should read that kind of literatures. Then, because some of the things which are wrong information, that will misguide you. Some of the wrong information, if it enters in your mind, erasing is very, very difficult. So some of the researchers, for their practice, they are publishing. That you should not take it as a real Bible or you should not take it as a correct information. That will misguide you. So you should understand who are the powerful researchers, which book or other papers you can read. That first you should understand. You should spend most of your time to read their journals, their articles. That will give confidence. Initially, it may be many of the portion you cannot understand. It may looks like Greek and Latin, but still you keep on reading. One point of time, everything will become your own mother tongue. So that till that you should keep on reading that book, the same thing, because some of the literature you have to read some 10 to 11 times during your research. The first time, and after 3 months, after 1 year, after 2 years, every time the understanding level will be very, very different. Understand? So the question, objective, making your objective specific. Then when you read their articles, you can refine your objectives also. Then finally at the end of 1 year, you should make your specific objectives perfectly. Specific objectives for your research. Then you should start your journey. You should start your journey. Then what is research means? It's all collection of data. Collection of data collection only. How to collect data, the methodology to collect your data also. You should be make planning. There you need a very good planning. With that planning, if you start collecting data every time, whatever point I am telling, that will reduce your research stay in this campus. Have you understood? Every point, every tip, whatever I am telling will reduce some 3 months research stay. That totally, instead of 5 years, you can reduce to the 3 years. Or some are very good in doing research, means 3 years will become 2 years also. 3 years will become 2 years. So if you are very good making specific objective, reading the correct, finding the correct authors in your field of research, and making the specific objectives perfectly by having very good reading, then you are going to start your data collection. Data collection may be, if it is a management, some kind of survey itself is sufficient. Some marketing survey. If it is numerical work or some theoretical work, some mathematically you have to do some simulation and then arrive the data. Sometimes you have to conduct the experiment and collection of data. Everything finally with your research will end with the data only. End with the data. So you need to collect data. How perfect you are collecting the data, the accuracy and the interpretation, whatever, it will become very easy. So data collection, you should have a very good planning for data collection. So sometimes, many times, I have seen people the researchers will conduct their experimental research for 1.5 years. After that, they will start consolidating the data. They would have forgotten to take one small data, which is very essential to make some conclusion. Then again, they cannot make 1.5 year research. Understood? So what all the data which may be required to make to your conclusion, so you need to plan properly. How to collect the data. You should not miss any data after your data collection period. Then you have to repeat. Now this data is only powerful. The data, earlier days, some few thermocouple or some, I am in the thermal field, some few temperature sensors we will collect. Nowadays, IoT, this Internet of Things, IoT concepts, then this communication level also has increased appreciably, 5G, 6G, that level. So the data, some 5 or 6 data collection was very difficult those days. Now collecting thousands of data also became easy. Thousands of data collecting and transferring and analyzing, everything became easy. So the number of data what you are going to collect should be in terms of thousands. And that data only will become powerful. Then that data analysis, lot of models, how to analyze that data, that is also very powerful. So here I want to tell some another tip. If you are a physics person, physics researcher from physics field, you should not focus only on in your field. Hereafter, in one field, you cannot invent anything. In one field, with one field, you cannot invent anything. Your basic core research should be in your field, but you should add flavor from other multidisciplinary fields in your field of research. Only multidisciplinary, more power you will get through transdisciplinary. Transdisciplinary means what? Engineering field should join with the medical field. Engineering field should join with the agricultural field. Engineering field should join with the law field. So totally different field. If you join, you can complete your, if you are able to orient your research, your knowledge with a totally different field, the outcome will be enormous. You will be appreciated by the society. You will be, finally, you will get good appreciation only if your field of research is highly transdisciplinary. Highly transdisciplinary, multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary people can publish papers very easily, because sometimes wrong information also will get published if it is multidisciplinary, because there are no reviewers to review your paper. But slowly you will come to know that you are, many papers what we have published some 10 years ago also, we understood now it is wrong. But it is published, it is made available in the literature. So nano field have come. Now, when immediately we published some information, but when the next research, when we started, we understood the earlier research was wrong. Okay, so the way I am telling, the top researchers also, the recent papers will be more powerful. The recent papers will be more powerful. Their full knowledge will come in the recent papers. So recent papers, you should give importance for the recent papers and the powerful researchers. And multidisciplinary aspect you should bring in your research. How to bring nowadays? So for which I will tell you some few. For the society, any engineering work is for the benefit of the society, for the benefit of the upliftment of the society. The society basic requirement is food, agriculture, health sector. Then we need comfort through energy. If we use energy, environment will get spoiled. So environment protection. So agriculture, health, energy, environment are the basic requirement for any society. So your research also, if you start thinking, it will be any one of these things. To give power, you need another kind of some materials or some new manufacturing process, new material or manufacturing. So it may be for new material or manufacturing for any one of this field of research, because we are dealing with the engineering, that's why I'm telling. So this new material or manufacturing, even physics, chemistry also, you should come to applied research. Applied research. So it may be a new manufacturing process or material development for these applications. For this application, either health sector, agriculture sector, energy sector, environment sector. Beyond this, how you can give power to this research? It is possible through emerging technologies. All these machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, IoT, this 5G communication. With this, if you start using this, the power will be very high. So if you are able to integrate, okay, one application it should be there. How to integrate emerging technologies in this? So you need to understand other fields also. What is the power of the other field? You should bring it to your field, in your field. Then only real research will happen. Otherwise, you will try to understand what you know already. If you keep on increasing, there is a very small incremental knowledge only you will get. You cannot contribute for the society. You cannot contribute for the society. For the societal upliftment, you need to work in a multidisciplinary way. Transdisciplinary aspects should be there in your research. Then only your contribution will be very high. You will get very good satisfaction at the end of research. Your research will be appreciated by the society. Your research will be, sometimes it may not be, okay, sometimes it may not be relevant to the society alone, for the industrial development. So there, you need not think about a health sector or energy sector. Industrial development, some industrial development means it may be a manufacturing process or material development alone towards the economic development of the country. through industrial development, through industrial development, through industrial development. That is also possible in both the research, societal development research and industrial development research. Emerging technologies addition should be there. Then only you will become powerful and your research will be appreciated finally by the society. You will get good satisfaction. You will get good satisfaction. And initially, for anything, you will have resistance. I also want to tell this. Initially, you will have resistance to do everything. That is our Newton's first law. Newton's first law. For everything, there will be a resistance. But if you start staying in the lab for continuously for several hours, then the inertia will become the other side. You cannot stop your research. You cannot stop your research. Both are inertia only. So I have seen my students who are in the other inertia will complete immediately. Every researcher, that point will come one point of time, then only you will complete your research. So if you are able to bring that inertia, that is stopping, your family members should tell you why you are not coming to house by in time. That your friends should scold you. So then only you will complete your research. That point of time will come. Then otherwise you will not complete. That if you reach that point of time within 2 years, then it is successful. Understood? Everybody will scold you because you will not spend time. All these years, you would have spent a lot of time for your family members, friends, relatives, everyone. But if you get a very good inertia in stopping your research, you will not spend time for your relatives, friends, and family members. But maybe for 6 months to 1 year, if you spend that time, you will get good satisfaction in your research and you will succeed in your research. So that point will come to all researchers. Then only it is a real research. Then only it is a real research. Otherwise, I don't think it is. During the research, many failures will come. Many failures will. Don't get disappointed with the failures. You may think you will get some results which you haven't expected, but suddenly you may think why our experiment is. Sometimes the wrong result only will give you lot of invention. That is the correct answer, but you will think it is. But the wrong things, slowly it will give the scientific reasons for that, then you will enjoy. You will enjoy. So every research will be associated with what? Lot of failures. So this great scientist Thomas Alva Edison, what he told, no? He has seen 10,000 failures. He has seen how many failures? 10,000 failures. What he is told? I have seen 10,000, how to avoid 10,000 ways. How to? So mostly in my research also, I have learned many things. Some 60 PhDs I have completed. 60 things what I should not do only I have learned. What I should do learn, that is very difficult from the basic PhD research. Once you start doing your real research after your PhD, then positive things will come. What you will learn at the end of your PhD, what you should not do. What you should not do, so that mistakes you will not do. You will learn only, you will correct your mistakes. Most of the research will be like that. Most of the research, but you will give the correct answers. You will give finally, okay, after understanding the mistakes, you will go in the right path. Please come, sir. Dr. Shanmugam has conducted several induction program, several 3 days training program to research scholars. I have also joined with them when he conducted program with the funding from central government, and he is also going to give next lecture. Okay, thank you. Please, sir. His wife, that is, conducted her research under my guidance. So what I told, so failures. So even Thomas Alva Edison also has seen how many failures? Thousands of failures. Thousands of ways what should not be done only he learned. That is the pathway for the success. Pathway for the success is learned by doing mistakes. But this induction program, this advisory committee and all, to avoid that mistake so that you can become successful in a short period. That you should understand. That to avoid that mistakes, learn by doing mistakes means learn by our life period is very small. Life period is very small. Till your life period, if you learn everything by doing mistakes, it is, if you are able to learn from the others' mistakes, you will become powerful. You will become powerful. That is why this other scientist, who that Einstein, you should start your research from the shoulders of others. So that means you should perform very good literature survey, very good literature survey. Then the small gap you should identify, from that you should proceed your research. So data collection, planning is very, very important. After that, for the analysis, you should learn several methods how to analyze. So this period, when you start analyzing this data, then you should read the papers which you have read earlier during your literature survey. That if you start reading, now you will get good understanding. Now only you will get understanding, because you have done the survey, you have seen the data, what he is telling, now only you will understand. Initially, you cannot understand those things. So initially it was like a Greek and Latin, now it will be like an English. So you should read the papers once in 6 months. As your knowledge grows in your field, then your understanding will be very good. Then one point of time you will know that, as if you can communicate with that great scientist also. You can communicate with the great scientist. If you start writing, you can start writing to them, I got this data, some inferences you can request. Mostly all the real researchers means they will have a helping tendency. They will help you. And if you are able to, so whenever you go to any conference, the top people, very good conference, not if it is some society will organize conferences. Those conferences, all these big people will come. Then whoever you have seen in the top researchers in your field, you can see them. Then you try to establish good contact with them. Try to establish good contact with them. Otherwise, the small conferences, small training programs and all, you don't go in your same field. You go to the other field. You go to the other field of research, in the conferences which are being conducted in the other fields. Then only you will get some out of box thinking. Then only the emerging technologies nowadays, AI, machine learning conferences, means how you listen their lectures, how to integrate that in your field of research. Then new thing will come, out of box thinking will come. Okay. So then I think I have given in the earlier induction program how to write research article and all separately. I have given very lengthy discussion. These are all available in the website of our Center for Research. Earlier, not only mine, all the induction program, in the inaugural session, I have given some half an hour or 45 minutes. I have presented. Every time I have given how to write the literature, how to write the research article also I have given, I think. So the research article, when you write, the powerful words, attracting words you should bring. Otherwise it will not get accepted. How to write research article, the title itself should attract many viewers, because it is their business. If you are able to write, if you are trying to give your research for the benefit of the society, nobody will read your paper. So you should give some attraction, so that all the other scientists should read your paper. So for which what you need, very good keywords you should give, very good title, some very good attracting title, unlocking the potential of harnessing this. These words will give very good potential keywords. Then the keywords, whatever you give also, should cover many of the areas. People should come. When your research may be a small research in a material, but finally when you finish that, for this building application, for this health sector, then all the health sector people will, you are understood. So at the end, you should bring a big sector in your paper. Most of the research will be in a small field, but the small field, for whatever sector it is applicable, you should bring that in your title. Then it will be very attractive, and it will get easily accepted. Otherwise, people will not suggest topics. They will only correct. You should only give correct novel ideas. With the novel ideas, you should frame the correct title, correct keywords and all. Correct keywords. Then the presentation also should be very, very good. The presentation also makes a difference. When you make the presentation, the way of giving graphs, nowadays lot of several good softwares are available. How to present. Most of the time, the successful people after PhD, a person is getting postdoctoral research in some of the good leading universities in the world means they have very good presentation capability. They have very good presentation. I had a very good some two or three scholars who had a very good presentation capability. With their capability only, I became vice chancellor. I became because I know how to present my biodata also. They only bring lot of charts and other things. Whatever I have done, I do not know how to present. These people, their presentation capability was so good that made me also successful. So these people are now in the now developed. There's some very good universities abroad. So you should improve your presentation capability. How to present that in your article. That is also all this you have to enhance. If you are not capable, then you should join with the others and make it. So jointly you have to get that. So title, keywords, presentation, and the graphs. Every graph should give lot of information. Every graph, whatever you are presenting, should give lot of information. Should be available in a single graph. In a single graph, that will be appreciated by the people. Lot of then you cannot write. Results and discussion. The first time you cannot write. With one graph you can make 2 pages of reply. That is information discussion, but that will come only if you start reading powerful researchers paper. Then slowly you will get thinking. So normally I used to tell people who are reading will become powerful. Nowadays lot of audio lecture, video lectures. So you should have a very good listening power. So researchers, so people who are having very good reading capability and listening capability will become powerful in their career. But to become powerful in research, you should also have a thinking and analyzing capability. Reading, listening, thinking. You should keep on thinking. Our Abdul Kalam says you should dream. But dream, this is also like a dream. You should always, with that data, you should put in your head, brain, and you should keep on thinking. Lot of innovation will come. Every day morning, if you when you go to bed, if you start putting some question in your brain, morning you will get the answer. Morning you will get the answer for that. So thinking and analyzing, reading, listening, thinking and analyzing will become a more powerful researcher. Definitely, I think these tips, if you start using this, keep on. I have given recently, some 2 weeks ago, I have given one DD, Podigai TV. I have given Nam Vrindinar. You listen that lecture. So that lady, that presentation was so good that 45 minutes interview. After that interview, I was also so happy. I have given all information, whatever I know, within some 45 minutes. How it is possible? I thought the interviewer, she had 7 years of experience in conducting that program. She asked correct question. She asked correct question and brought everything from me within some 45 minutes. You listen that lecture, you will know why that how powerful the question is. So that she brought everything from me within 45 minutes. You put Nam Vrindinar, Podigai TV, Nam Vrindinar, Podigai TV, Velraj. If you put that audio, that video will come. CFR website also he has put. You listen that how powerful her question is. So that everything, some out of 45 minutes, some 20 minutes I have taught. I have given information for the benefit of research scholars. So to have some other 20 minutes may be also useful for your career. But 20 minutes about research, you listen that she asked a very good, powerful question. That question was powerful. That brought everything from me that I understood. In that lecture also I told, questioning is more essential. But she also made that became everything she brought from me. So that interview became, that discussion became powerful. You please listen that how she asked that question. That I appreciated that. Then after 2 days, I called her and told your way of asking was only brought everything from me. I appreciated that lady also. So questioning is, since I told the objective making is very, very essential. Now, our Dr. Ravichandran, he has brought one very good book with some 200, more than 200 takeaways. 211 takeaways which he experienced from his career as well, because he did PhD after joining in a career in a so he understood, because mostly after you have some experience, if you do PhD, then it will be better. So in some of the countries, during doing MBA also needs 2 years industrial experience. So like that, if you do PhD also with some experience and with some industry experience, if you do it in the same field, it will become very powerful. So he has done very good research after long years of experience. So he understood what are all the difficulties by the researchers, and he is giving some 211 takeaways in his book. I'm definitely that will be very useful for your to pursue your research. Today I'm very happy to release that book, and definitely you should read that book. That reading that book will reduce your timings research stay in your in this campus, and wish you all the best. And definitely you should benefit from this induction program. All the speakers who are going to speak will give one tip is sufficient. One tip if you get from each speaker, that will reduce your research stay. One month means it is 12 months. So some 12 lectures he has arranged means one tips you try to take. I have given some 6 to 7 tips, which will be very useful tips. So try to use these tips during your research stay. Once in a month you recall these tips, you write these things. And also one more thing, when you do your research, every day, whatever it is coming to your mind, you put a notebook. Whatever is coming to your mind, you make a note, because after 1 month you will forget whatever is thought. The thought which came will never remain in your mind. So you should make a note of that once in a month. Whatever the things, what all the tips you need to follow, that also you read once. And what all the information gained during your research, that you make a note, and once in a month you take some 5 minutes. That tips you read, then that is starting the research from shoulder. Every time you will come to the bottom. It is like climbing a big mountain. Once you that you are climbing the mountain, if you leave your hand, you will come to the bottom. Like that only research will be there. Some 6 months, if you are totally away from the research, and again starting means you have to come from the bottom. Everything will vanish. So you should note it, whatever comes to your mind. Then once in a month, if you recall, that will be very, very useful to reduce your research period. Okay. So noting down your observations during your research period, and once in a month you should read that. That will be very helpful. Whenever you write the results and discussion, that time you should read again and again. That will be very, very useful. Whenever you conduct, because when you conduct experimental research, you will get lot of tips. You will understand whatever you have studied in your school times. Everything you will understand when you see the experimental results. When you see the experimental results, that you should make a note of that. These tips will be very useful when you write the results and discussion part. Okay. So when you conduct the experiment, lot of things will come to your mind. Those things you should note it, and then when you write, you should bring that, and when you consolidate, that will become very helpful. So I'm sure this 3 days program will be very, very useful for your research journey. Wish you all the best. I pray God that you all should complete your research within some 2 to 3 years. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So let us now move on to the next important session, the release of book titled The Making of My Dissertation, Challenges of a Mid-Career PhD by Dr. A.N. Ravichandran, sir. Let us give a big round of applause to the author of the book, and request our former Vice Chancellor to release the first copy of the book and hand over to the dignitaries on the dais. The book is a practical, step-by-step manual to the process of getting a PhD and describes the challenges and the enjoyment through real-life events. It has many anecdotes and offers more than 200 learning points to guide you as you do your PhD. It talks about people who mentor you, the processes, and supports group and also learning, application, dedication, alertness, and smartness to achieve the goal. It is easy to read the book that makes a difficult subject simple and highlights important lessons to learning. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. R. Velraj, sir, to present a book to Dr. A. N. Ravichandran, sir, as a token of remembrance. As we are nearing the conclusion of this memorable event, it is time to extend our sincere appreciation to everyone who made this program possible. Now I invite Dr. K. Soundarnayagi ma'am, Deputy Director, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the conclusion of this inaugural function of our induction program. First and foremost, I thank our chief guest, Dr. Velraj sir, former VC, Anna University, for sparing the time to be with us in spite of his busy schedule. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing such insightful and motivation words. Your presence has truly added grace and significance of this occasion. Next, I thank our director, sir, Dr. G. Kumaresan, sir, for your constant support and vision in making this program possible. Your guidance continues to lead us forward with a purpose. Next, I thank our Deputy Director, Sir, Dr. Ghulam Nabi Alsat, for his tireless effort in planning and organizing each and every session with utmost precision. Next, I thank our additional registered Sir, Gomati Shankar Sir, and Superintendent Sir, Selvam Sir, for organizing this function. Next, I thank our CFR organizing team, technical team, and volunteers for your efforts in putting together this well-planned and seamless event. Your dedication behind the scenes deserves special appreciation. And finally, to our newly admitted scholars, welcome once again. We hope this program marks the beginning of the meaningful and successful chapter in your academic life. So, thank you all once again for making this inaugural function a memorable one. Wishing all a fruitful and engaging program ahead. I wish all of you will enjoy these 3 days induction program. It will be very lively and it will be very useful for you. Hope you will all enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. With the inaugural now concluded, I invite everyone to stand as we honor our nation with the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे